Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, we're Steve and Margot, retired couple. We've sold up and we've moved into our 20-year-old motorhome and we live in it full time. And at the moment we're back in the UK, and in a month's time we leave for a 6-month trip around Europe. But before we do that, we've got to do a few modifications and upgrades. And at the moment it's a rather chilly -1, -2 degrees outside, but fortunately we've got a trusty old diesel heater and it's about 19 degrees in here, very comfortable. But today's project involves actually cooling things down and involves this Dometic fridge. Basically it's conked out and it won't keep anything cool. Because it's 20 years old, I can't get it regassed, there's very few parts for it, so I've decided it's time to replace it. And I'm replacing it with a 12-volt compressor fridge. This is an absorption fridge, a three-way gas, electric and 230 volt, and it's seen better days. It should be a straightforward swap. When I take this out, the opening is near enough correct, so fingers crossed it's going to fit. There's going to be some cabinetry work, I'm sure, you know, to modify it and get it to fit perfectly. But stick with us for today's project, upgrading the fridge to a Thetford compressor fridge. So this is the new Thetford fridge that's replacing the old one. I've got it temporarily wired up at the moment. So it's a reasonably good looking fridge, well, as far as fridges go anyway. And it's got a nice decent storage capacity, most essential of course for my wife's gin and tonic. But one thing I did like about it especially was this freezer compartment. It's a pull-out drawer freezer. Now I think the pull-out drawer is a much better system, much more economical, rather than having the freezer box inside the fridge itself. So all I've got to do now is take the old one out and hopefully this one will fit. Alright, first of all I want to get the electrics disconnected. I want to find out what's what. I reckon these two cables here are your positive and your ground for the 12 volt. Yeah, on the meter 13.5, so that's definitely the DC supply. It goes into the van anyway. So I'll disconnect these and make them safe, get them out of the way. And next is the gas feed from the cylinder. And I would think that this must be the 230 AC supply. I'll just check this to see that it's the 240 supply AC. Yeah, 239. Okay, so that's the mains power to the old fridge. So that's the three power sources disconnected from the old fridge: the 12 volt DC, 240 volt AC and the gas supply. And it doesn't look like anything else is particularly holding it in. It's not screwed down or anything, so I think I'll go inside, attack it from there and see if I can pull it out. Right, back outside now. It turned out that this feed wasn't the 240 feed to the fridge. It was simply a link wire to the sockets on this side of the van. So I've reinstated that, but I'm a bit confused. I can't actually find the 240 feed. On the schematic diagram it shows it as being a black wire, and there's no black wires in here. So what I'll do, I'll go back inside, pull the fridge out a bit, see if I can see anything, and hopefully that'll help. So first off, we'll have these control knobs off. And you whip out a couple of tiny screws in here, one behind each knob, and this front panel comes straight off. And finally there's 4 screws that secure the fridge to the side panels that need undoing. And now it's just a case of taking the doors off. And that's all there is to it. And with a little bit of luck, it should come out. Certainly a snug fit in there. Well, I've got no idea where the 240 volt feed is. It's very weird. So this is the opening, and there's various bits of woodwork in the way which I can take out to allow the fridge to come in, but the problem is the fridge depth is 510mm, and that comes to within about 20mm of the back of the opening here, and everything is in the way, all the wiring. And this was obviously put in when the motorhome was built, so I'm going to have quite a problem trying to lose this. And so the problems continue. I've got to get the old fridge out and the new one in, but the fridge width is 525mm and the door opening is only 520. Fortunately, I have a plan B.
Whip round and get inside, Luke.
So with the assistance of a few of my builder friends, we managed to get the fridge in through the passenger side door. There's a little bit of grunting and groaning, but we got it in and we've actually temporarily placed it inside the opening. One other little problem that I've got is the back box for these sockets at the front, and obviously the fridge has got to go past that, so that'll have to come out. Right, well, I've had a reasonable amount of success in clearing everything out of the way. I've got the aerial lead out of the way. That's a 12 volt. So that socket out of the way. No idea what this is, so I can lose that. And that is the 240 coming in to this side of the van. So that's a bit more tidier. Seeing as this barn hasn't got any electricity, I need to sort out some power for my power tools. So I've got out my max peding rods generator and fired it up. Well, that took a bit of doing, but I've managed to lose all the cables. They're now down below the false floor, and the side ones are clipped tight to the back edge. That's the socket box the other side, and down here they're all clipped. Now I've just got to get rid of this batten that's at the top, stopping the fridge from going right back. And fortunately I can get to the screws holding it on from this old top air vent. Moment of truth now to see if it's going to fit. So this is how far back the fridge is in the opening. It's about 25 mil from the back. The airflow actually comes in from the front at the bottom, passes over the condenser and all the gubbins here, and then flows up and through and out of the vent at the top, which is really handy. I've also got this other vent that's going to go on here, which is going to give it more ventilation and airflow. So all in all, I think it's got plenty of air, even though it's in a fully enclosed box. The final thing that I want to do now is test how efficient it is, how many amps it is pulling on various settings. It has actually got a nighttime mode which reduces the power, and it makes it a little bit quieter. It is generally very quiet, especially during the daytime with all the sort of ambient noise going on. But the night time, when you're laying in bed and you can tend to hear everything, switch it on this nighttime mode and you can barely hear it. It's whisper quiet. So I'm pleased with that. So the fridge freezer's installed now, and it's time to check out exactly how much power it's taking out of my batteries. I'll be using a little test meter that tells you how many amps, volts and watts are going through the system. Just hook him up. So the readings I really want to concentrate on are the top left ampage and maybe the bottom right wattage. So what I'll do, I'll now actually turn the fridge on. So that's with the fridge turned on, but the compressor isn't going or anything like that. It's using 1/4 of an amp. Now I'll turn the fridge and the freezer up, which will start the compressor. So the fridge is now cut in, and the compressor's running, and so it's cooling down the fridge and the freezer, and it's using 3.5 amps. That's 44 watts nearly. Now what I think I'll do, I'll turn the fridge into the nighttime mode and see how many amps it uses then. In nighttime mode, it's dropped the ampage down to just over 2.5 amps. Well, shocked and amazed is an understatement. The amount of amps that this drawn is amazingly low. I shall be able to keep it running for a fair old while on my battery bank before needing to recharge. It seems to be very, very efficient. So I'm well pleased. That more or less brings us to the end of this video. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Maybe consider a thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't done. It does help the channel. But for now, folks, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you on another Wrinkly Nomads video. Bye for now.